Greetings, I'm Somzada from 6th step, roll number 32.
Our project is City Healthcare Tree. It will purify air,
Pacify sound,
gives light,
and collect rainwater. Air.
A pure air consists of carbon dioxide 0.03% and 21% oxygen.
PM 2.5 to 10 are unhealthy pollutants in the air. Sources of air pollution. As we can see, the most is because of dust and construction. This is 45%.
This is the bar graph which explains the impact of air pollution.
Deaths of children under 5 years of age is more than 60,000 in India per year because of PM 2.5. Shocking truth, India loses $640 billion due to premature deaths. This is 10 times of what is spent on healthcare in 2011.
Noise is a louder unreasoned disturbance. 70 decibel of sound is safe, but 85 decibel of sound is unsafe. Do you know at CST, noise pollution is 95.3 decibel. This is the geography of noise pollution in the 6 major cities of India. This is the impact of noise pollution. As we can see, feelings of discomfort is abundant.
Now about our Envision project. We assume
It will store energy generated from solar panels, hence no electricity required.
it will suck polluted air and emit pure air.
It will absorb sound waves and reduce the dB of sound waves.
It will produce lights in the night from stored energy from solar panels.
It will store rainwater in harvesting channels.
We can collect carbon dust and utilize in jewelry making. Image courtesy to Super Tree Group Garden, Singapore. This is what our project will look like.
Image courtesy to Singapore Sense Idea Sky Tower. The solar panels idea has been chosen from them. Our project's technical drawings. The air will be sucked through these suction fans by the holes. It will be filtered and the carbon dioxide carbon from the air will be stored by the ionized plates and the purified air will exit through the outlets.
From here, the rainwater will come inside. The rainwater will be stored here. This is the motor. Before going up to the tap, the rainwater will be filtered.
These are the sound holes from where the sound waves will go inside and get absorbed, and it will also be lit at night. As we can see, these dots explain the LED lights present on the leaves. So these lights will lit in the night with the energy stored by the solar panels.
Air filters. This is how the air filters will work.
Sound absorbers. This is how the sound absorber will work, and it is self-explanatory. World's biggest air purifier in China. Polluted air is sucked off into the greenhouses surrounded by the base of the tower. Solar power is used to heat the air. As the water rises up through the tower, it is cleaned by multiple layers of filters. The clean air exits through the top of the tower.
This is the image of the smoke-free tower in Thailand. It collects carbon from the polluted air and then the carbon is compressed to make jewelry. Possible drawbacks.
Sound waves spread in all directions, so sound pacifier will work hardly 10 to 20%.
We imagine our best yet, merging air purifier with sound pacifier is looking difficult so far as layman to us.
Rainwater harvesting can be installed as the area as the whole system is being very complex.
As per our research over the internet, we realized that ionized panel to purify air may produce ozone, though as it will be in open area, so nothing hazardous.
Thank you from Team CST.
Hello everybody, this is my project division machine. To make this division machine is to make the learning of division very easily and quickly. To make this division machine, the materials are mount board, tinted sheet, cups, ice cream stick and decorative material. This is the dividend column. This is a problem box. This is a quotient box and this is a remainder box. Now I'll pick out a question from this box. The question is 12 divided by 2. So I'll keep this question in the problem box. The 12 is the dividend and 2 is the divisor. Now I'll take 12 ice cream sticks and place them in the dividend box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. As the divisor is 2, I will remove 2 sticks and keep them in each cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. All the ice cream sticks have completed fitting in the cups, so there is no ice cream stick left. So we would say the remainder is 0. I'll put this 0 chit in the remainder box. Now to find the quotient, we will count the filled cups, which are 6. I'll keep this chit of 6 in the quotient box. This way we can find division very easily. If we have to find a bigger number in division, we will increase the numbers and the cups. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Welcome to NL High School Nirmaan Exhibition 2020. My name is Ansi, presenting from class 6D.
My name is Mahek Gupta, presenting from class 6A. During this present scenario, our farmers are the real heroes and the backbone of the agricultural growth and development. Farmers are struggling very hard in the agricultural field around the clock. With the help and under guidance of our parents, teachers and friends, we have tried to make a working model based on use of wastewater through irrigation method in the digital world.
We would like to explain about what does it mean by irrigation and what are the methods used for irrigation purposes. Irrigation is the process of artificial application of water to land or soil. Irrigation process can be used for cultivation and helps to grow agricultural crops. Sprinkler irrigation is a device used to irrigate agricultural crops, lawns, farming land and other areas. It is the method of applying water in a controlled manner. The water is distributed through a network that may consist of pumps, valves, pipes and sprinklers. Sprinklers provide providing cushion coverage for small to large areas and are suitable for use on all types of property. It is also designed to ensure maximum water saving, combining high quality, affordability and ease of installation. Here we have put an effort to showcase Basant Vihar farming agricultural piece of land through sprinkler irrigation method. It is a layout of square-shaped farming piece of land which is equally divided into 4 parts of cultivated areas. With the help of this design project, whatever water is being discharged towards houses, huts, row houses, multi-story buildings, etc. being collected in the used water tank itself, water being treated or processed in a synthesized manner and purified water is being collected in another septic tank. With the help of concealed and underground closed pipe, purified water is equally circulated in a controlled manner to all over farming land. Through the network of underground closed pipe, the purified water runs and reaches to the fountain through sprinkler. The perpendicular pipes have rotating nozzles on the top and are joined to the main pipeline at regular intervals. When water is pressurized through the main pipe, it escapes from the rotating nozzles. It gets sprinkled on the crop. Yundiba is a farmer of Basant Vihar agricultural farming land. He cultivates many fruits, flowers, vegetables using sprinkler irrigation method. He sells fruits, vegetables in the market to run his family and satisfy his need. Many tourist and educational trips also come to Basant Vihar farming land. The teacher also explains about the sprinkler irrigation and cultivation process to the students and make them learn the importance of cultivation and agricultural wealth. The aesthetic value of this farming land is maintenance of hygiene, fresh air, fencing of flowers through the farming land, daily yoga and exercises of old age people, children and youngsters. Here we can see the pets and many birds flying from one to another branch. It is also our responsibility to keep our surroundings clean and maintain hygiene, to get the fresh air and do not pollute the space. With the help of the project, we had tried to reduce the water consumption. No pollution is released into the environment because of the control systems. The benefits of an agricultural system outweigh the initial cost of the system. So no more wasting time in manually watering as we used to did in the olden times.
Thank you. Stay healthy.
Stay safe. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Good morning everyone and welcome to the Nirmaan exhibition. Today, me Zoha Mullah from grade 6E and my friends will be showing you a simple yet amazing piece of technology, our very own RMPZ solar vehicle, where RMPZ represents the initials of our group members' names, Ranveer, Mahika, Pratyush and Zoha. So, what are solar vehicles? Solar vehicles are a special type of electric vehicles which get their power from the sun. These vehicles have solar panels fitted on their surface which produce electricity, and this electricity helps run the car. Here we have created our own simple model of a solar vehicle. Now my friend Ranveer will brief you about the technology that runs this car.
Technical parts of our solar powered car. The first part is chassis. Chassis is the base frame of any wheeled vehicle. It is also known as the skeleton of a vehicle. Next on the slide is solar panel. Solar panel is a device which absorbs sun's rays and converts it into heat or electricity. Solar vehicles depend on PV cells to convert sunlight into electricity to drive electric motors. PV cells generate electricity to charge batteries on the solar vehicle. The third part is electric motor. An electric motor is an electrical machine which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. Last part is battery. A battery is a device containing one or more electromagnetic cells with an external connection. Solar batteries are deep cycle batteries.
As we have learned the technical parts, now I'll show and demonstrate the working of solar vehicles. This is the solar car which we have created. This is the solar panel which contains the photovoltaic cells which converts the sun's energy into electric energy. The electric energy is stored in the battery. When there is less sunlight or during monsoons, the power is taken from the battery. When the car is accelerated, the battery sends the power to the motor. The motor converts it into mechanical energy and moves the car. Now, let's go outside and see the working of this solar car ourselves. As you can see, when sunlight falls on this solar panel, this LED bulb starts to blink, which shows that electricity is generated. Now, when I keep the car on the ground, it starts moving. Hence, this fusion of science and technology will help in conserving non-renewable energy resources.
Renewable energy like solar have tremendous potential to help the village people with sustainability. A solar powered tractor can help millions of farmers bring down their cost of cultivation. With diesel prices skyrocketing, that cost is around 3,500 per day. A solar powered tractor would mean major cost saving for farmers across India and reduce dependence on expensive fossil fuels. By using scraps and automobile parts from various garages and mechanics, it can be assembled to make a low-cost solar-powered vehicle for farmers. Solar-powered tractors are lighter than diesel tractors and hence more energy efficient and easy to use and maneuver. The solar-powered tractor not only is used for regular plowing work, but this multi-utility tractor can be used to clean roads and even pump water from bore wells. It can also be used as an inverter to light up farm sheds. We are focusing this project not only on urban areas, but we are focusing this project also on the economically backward rural areas and how they can use solar energy. For example, making a multi-utility tractor which can help them in their occupations like farming. Now, let's look at some more advantages of solar vehicles. First up, we have preservation of natural resources. Fuels like petrol and diesel can be preserved if we use solar energy. Next, we have renewable energy source. As we know, the sun will always be there, making it a renewable energy source. The third point we have is no fuel cost. We know that solar energy is freely available and there are no fuel costs for solar energy. Fourth point, and one of the most important points, is no emission of gases to the atmosphere. As we know, we live in a pollution-filled world and solar energy helps decrease the pollution as it does not emit any hazardous or harmful gases into the atmosphere. And one of the last points is low maintenance costs. On the whole, solar vehicles will be an amazing advancement in future car technology.
Good morning, one and all. My name is Meenka Thakur. I am from 6th A, roll number 5. Today, I am going to explain you about this project. Every house and building needs utility water, which is generally supplied from the overhead tank located on the top of the buildings. The overhead tank receives the water from the sources on the ground through pump. During the process, water tank overflow is a common problem which leads to the wastage of water and electricity. So, as a solution of this problem, I have made this appliance called water overflow alarm. This alarm will detect and inform us when water level reaches as a preset level. An alarm goes on upon getting the water tank full and before it overflows and inform us to switch off the pump, saving both water and electricity. The circuit sound an alarm and lights up an indicator when the water releases a set level in the tank. Now, as you can see, I am pouring some water in the water tank. As it is filled its preset level, the buzzer starts to beep and the light turns on. To switch it off, you have to just switch off the switch through which it is connected.
principle of the alarm. The working principle of the water overflow alarm is actually quite simple. Water overflow alarm work by using sensor probes to indicate water levels in a water tank. This probe send information back to the control panel to trigger an alarm and indicator. Why use this system? A water overflow alarm helps save money by limiting the waste of water and electricity. This device accurately regulates how much energy is used to protect against any unnecessary water electricity usage. Over the time, the money saved is quite substantial. Applications of water overflow alarm. The water overflow alarm can be used in hotels, home apartments, commercial complex and in factories. Automatically, the pump will switch on and off when the water level in the tank is empty and full. The liquid level containers are huge in the companies and this can be used. Application advantages of water overflow alarm. Any person can identify the water level easily by hearing the beep and sound, looking at the indicator. By using this, we can control the water level safely and easily. Water tank overflow is a common problem which leads to the wastage of water and electricity. This simple transistor-based water overflow alarm circuit is very useful to indicate the water levels in a tank. Whenever tank gets filled, we get alerts on particular levels. Thank you.
Good evening, my respected teacher. My name is Ms and today we are going to talk about simple machines. A simple machine is a mechanical device that changes the direction or magnitude of a force. In general, they can be defined as the simplest mechanisms that use mechanical advantage to multiply force. The simple machines are inclined plane, lever, wedge, wheel and axle, pulley and screw. Now let us talk about lever. What is a lever? A lever is a simple machine made of rigid beam and a fulcrum. The effort, input force and load, output force are applied to either end of the beam. The fulcrum is the point on which the beam pivots. When an effort is applied to one end of the lever, a load is applied at the other end of the lever. This will move a mass upwards. Lever rely on torque for their operation. Torque is the amount of force required to cause an object to rotate around its axis. There are three types or classes of lever: first class lever, second class lever, and third class lever. Now let us talk about first class lever. In a first class lever, the fulcrum is located between the load and the effort. If the fulcrum is closer to the load, then less effort is needed to move the load a shorter distance. If the fulcrum is closer to effort, then more effort is needed to move the load a greater distance. A car jack and a curve bar are all examples of first class levers. First class levers are very useful for lifting large loads with little effort. A punching machine, a nail cutter, and a scissor is also example of first class lever. Now let us talk about second class lever. In a second class lever, the load is located between the effort and the fulcrum. If the load is closer to the fulcrum than the effort, then less effort will be required to move the load. If the load is closer to the effort than the fulcrum, then more effort will be required to move the load. A wheelbarrow, a bottle opener, and the oar are examples of second-class labor. A lemon squeezer and a stapler are also examples of second-class labor. Now let us talk about third-class labor. In a third-class labor, the effort is located between the load and the fulcrum. If the fulcrum is closer to the load, then less effort is needed to move the load. If the fulcrum is closer to the effort, then the load will move a greater distance. A pair of tweezers, swinging a baseball bat, or using your arm to lift something are examples of third-class labor. These levers are useful for making precious movement. A pair of tongs and a knife are also examples of third-class labor. Now let us watch a video.
Three classes of levers. Man has used levers for thousands of years to make his work easier. A lever is a rigid rod capable of rotating about a fixed point called fulcrum. Here is a schematic representation of a lever. Levers are classified into three kinds on the basis of the relative positions of effort, load, and fulcrum. To understand the meaning of the effort, load, and fulcrum, let us view the example of a boy moving a boulder using a crowbar. The force that he applies on the crowbar is called the effort. The weight in this case, the boulder that is being pushed, is called the load. The point at which the crowbar is pivoted is called the fulcrum. Now let us understand the different types of levers based on the relative positions of the load, fulcrum, and the effort. In class 1 lever, the fulcrum is in between the load and the effort. A crowbar, a pair of scissors, and a claw hammer are some of the examples of class 1 lever. In class 2 lever, the load is in between the effort and the fulcrum. A bottle opener and a wheelbarrow belong to class 2 levers. In class 3 lever, the effort is in between the fulcrum and the load. The human forearm and tongs used to lift loads belong to class 3.
Thank you, Miss.
Good evening everyone. My name is Riyaz English Nivrika. I am from 6th A, roll number 7.
Good evening, my dear teachers and my dear friends. My name is Daishavanda from 6B, roll number 4. And today's topic is Nirmaan exhibition project. In this Nirmaan exhibition, we have made an electric car.
This electric car has 4 bottle caps which we have made. It has a motor over here, and when we on the on-off switch, the motor starts to on. So now, what is an electric car? The electric car is a relatively new concept in the world of automotive industry. Although some companies have based their entire model of cars around being proactive and using electricity, some also offer private vehicles that work off both electricity and gas.
An electric car such as Nissan Leaf, Ford, Focus Electric or Tesla Model S, Chevrolet Volt is a great way for you to not only save your money but also help contribute towards a healthy and stable environment. Cars produce a lot of carbon emissions. that are ejected into our natural atmosphere, leaving us vulnerable to things like pollution and greenhouse gases. In order to positively help the environment we live in, an electric car is a great step forward.
By buying an electric car, you can also receive government subsidies for being environmentally conscious. Although you may end up paying for your car vehicle, the positives greatly overshadow the negatives. However, there are still two sides to consider when you think about in your electric car.
Some benefits of these electric cars are they are easier on the environment. Electricity is cheaper than gasoline. Maintenance is less frequent and less expensive. They are very quiet. You will get a great tax credit. They can shorten your commute time. Most EVs have pretty short ranges. Recharging can take a while. Some advantages of these electric cars are that they do not use any petrol and diesel. And these petrol and diesel produce pollution. And the electric car does not produce any of the pollution. These electric cars are in less money. You can save your money as our normal cars are very expensive.
Some disadvantage of an electric car. As we know that electric car runs through electricity, but if we want to travel one town to urban sites, so we need to have a perfect electric stations. So these are the disadvantages of the electric car. Now I will show the video how our electric car works. As we saw, the electric car works very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, welcome to my project. I am Soumya Khandekar from 6A and today I am going to introduce my project. This is a homemade battery. Yes, it is a homemade torch, or it can be also called as a battery. This is a recycle project. The materials used for it is battery, wires, plastic button, waste, plastic bottle, sellotape and small bulb. While making this project, it was so easy and fun. I wanted to show you how it works. Now I am showing you how it works. Torch I have made. It also gets a hard shape in its light. It can be also used as a night lamp.
Good morning, my dear teachers and friends. My name is Shinal
Today's my project is based on these words. So, my Nirmaan project is biodegradable utensils from orange peels. When I hear the word pollution or land pollution, the first thing that comes in my mind is plastic. Plastic is very harmful for our land. It does not mix or dissolve into the soil or water, and it has to take over 100 years to dissolve in the soil. So, in an alternative to this, we can make bioplastic that is 100% biodegradable and can dissolve in water and soil both. So, I have made the bioplastic. With the help of bioplastic, I have made utensils. So these are my utensils. This is a hard. I first of all boiled the orange peels. Then I grated it into this machine with this help machine, and then this is my product. Now I will add some cornstarch and mix it. Then I will add some oil and baking soda, glycerin, vinegar. I will mix it until it is a dough which you can put it and mold it into the mold and then bake it. I baked it and voila, this is my product. You can use to eat in it, and also you can reuse it or throw it in the wet dustbin. This is very important to use biodegradable products and not plastic products. Thank you.
Good morning, respected teachers. My name is Vanshamura from 6th A.
I am Tanishka Alva from 6th A.
Our project topic is auto turn of water pump for the purpose of water saving. This is an automatic turn of water pump. As soon as we start the motor, the water starts filling into the water tank from the water reservoir. As soon as the water touches the maximum level, the water stops automatically pouring into the container at the circuit breaks. This prevents overflowing of the tank.
Let us show you the demonstration.
As you have seen, the water has touched the maximum level and it has stopped automatically.
Automatic water pump controller is used to control the water level. It consists of a sensor at the top and a transistor, resistor and a relay. It is used in hotels, houses, factories, drainage, etc. It is used to predict floods.
Its advantages are it uses less maintenance, it is less expensive, it is fully automatic, it saves a lot of water and energy, it also increases pump's life. Thank you.
Good afternoon, my respected teachers and my dear friends. Myself, Vaishnavi from class 6th, roll number 12. This year for Nirmaan project, I have made a water dispenser. To make this water dispenser, I have used a plastic bottle, kitchen tissues, cardboard box, markers, pens, and some straws. This project works on atmospheric pressure. I've already filled the container with water by help of this funnel. Now I'm going to show you how does this project works. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I am Trisha Verma from 6C and I am Nishita Joshi from 6A, and today we are presenting our Nirmaan project. In this COVID times, we must wash our hands, keep them germ free and clean, which is why we have developed a wet wipe ball vending machine. We have used all eco-friendly products like cardboard, wooden sticks, super glue and other craft essentials. To use this vending machine, you just have to push this and you will be provided with a wet wipe ball. To use this wet wipe ball, you just have to add a few drops of water and it will turn into a full-size wet wipe which you can use to clean your hands. Thank you all the teachers for giving us an opportunity to do this even in the pandemic situation. And we hope you liked our vending machine. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Aditya Shankar from 6A and the topic of a Nirmaan project is simple machine lever. Now what is a lever? Lever is a rod that turns about a fixed point called fulcrum. Now there are three parts of lever: load, effort and the fulcrum. Effort is the part on where we apply the force, and load is the part where the object is kept on which the force is to be applied, and the fulcrum is a fixed point at which the lever turns about. Now, there are three types of levers: class 1 lever, class 2 lever and class 3 lever. Now, in class 1 lever, the fulcrum is in between the effort and the load. And something is known as mechanical advantage. Mechanical advantage is the ratio about load by effort. So, the mechanical advantage in class 1 lever can be greater than 1, less than 1 or equal to 1. As you can see in this seesaw, this is the fulcrum and here are the loads and the efforts. And the lever or the seesaw turns about a fixed point. Some examples of class 1 levers are seesaw and pendulum. Now, class 2 lever. Class 2 lever is the lever in which the load is in between the effort and the fulcrum. The mechanical advantage in class 2 lever is greater than 1. It's always greater than 1. For example, a nutcracker. Now, class 3 lever. Class 3 lever is the lever in which the effort is in between the load and the fulcrum. The mechanical advantage of class 3 lever is always less than 1. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ma'am, and my dear friends. My name is Agastya Loha from 6A. For my Nirmaan project, I have made a hydraulic crane with wooden parts, plastic tubes, and rubber bands with plastic syringes. It works from a controller which has 3 syringes for functions like lift, grab, and turn. There are 3 syringes for each. These work as a simple mechanism. The water pressure pushes the syringe to the back and
when the syringe is pushed, it can easily turn, like this. The water is transported via these tubes and the syringes collect them, and the water pressure make the syringes and the plunger go back. The plunger, when goes back, its mechanism attracts with the wooden part which has hinges over here. These hinges are locked with a round gear. The round gear helps in moving the turret or the hand, as we say, and are also connected. For moving them backwards, we just simply have to push over here. Now, lift. When the water pressure is delivered to this syringe over here by the lift on the controller, the water travels via the tubes and into the syringes. The plunger then goes back and causes a lot of reaction. As it gets long and long, the crane gets up and up. Now for grab. As this is the object. Now by pushing the plunger, the water travels through and via the plastic tube and into the syringe. The plunger then goes back. The plunger is attached to the hands. There are two hands that help in grabbing. Now as it is grabbed, we can lift and turn. Let's show you it all together. Now this is the object. Now I will first grab, then lift, and then turn to the desired location we want. These simple machines can be made by metal sheets and steel in real life, helping everyone. The simple machine or the crane, which is known as the hydraulic crane, works on water. It does not burn fuel and oil, so it can be said as nature-friendly, eco-friendly and user-friendly too, because it is easy to use. This system can work on heavy loads too. And with the help of AI technology, it can be used to construct and also help in loading of goods together. So I would like to thank you, my teachers, and my principal and Annie ma'am, to give me such a good opportunity to work on a crane and show our talent and our engineering and science. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone. I, Amol Singh, is going to explain my Nirmaan project, volcanic eruption based on science. I will show you how the lava and other gases comes out from the volcano and the volcano structure. First of all, volcano is the earth's opening from the earth's crust. The volcano is formed by the accumulation of lava, ash, cinder and hot magma. The inside the volcano there is a magma chamber. Now I will show you how the volcano erupts and the lava and other gases comes out of the volcano. For that I will take some lemon juice, some washing liquid soap, vinegar, water, color and baking soda. Now first I will pour some water. Now I will pour vinegar. Some dishwashing liquid soap. color. Lemon juice. And finally, I will put some baking soda. Now, as you can see, the lava is coming out of the volcano. Same way, the lava comes out of the volcano and other gases also come out of the volcano. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Ansing and today I am going to show you this model which is based on our respiratory system and how our diaphragm plays an important role in breathing. I have made this model with the help of a straw, 2 balloons and a glove. The diaphragm. The diaphragm is located below the lungs. It is a major muscle of respiration. It is a large dome-shaped muscle that contracts continuously, and most of the time upon breathing in, the diaphragm contracts and flatters and the chest cavity enlarges. This contraction creates a vacuum which pulls air into the lungs. Upon exhalation, the diaphragm relaxes and returns to its dome shape and air is forced out of the lungs. Thank you.
I'm Ms Velanie and today we are going to tell you about the topic windmill electricity generator. Before we start, let's know about the topic. What is wind power? Wind power is a clean energy source. It produces no greenhouse gases and causes no pollution. Unlike other power sources, turbines have relatively low maintenance costs. Wind power can be an effective alternative to diesel generators in remote rural areas.
Teachers and my dear friends, today we students of 6A and B are going to explain our Nirmaan project, which is windmill electricity generator. Let me first introduce you with the participants. First is me, Jayavardhan. Second, Chakresh. Third, Rajesh. Fourth, Anshuman. And the last, Om. Let me explain you the process first. This whole project is made up of cardboard. The wires are attached to the DC motor and then it is attached to the super LED chip. First, when the windmill is on and some electricity energy is generated, and when we close it, the energy passes through the wires and the LED light blows up. Thank you.
I am Chakresh Mantri, who is going to explain you about the advantages of the wind energy. Wind energy is free and with modern technology, it can be captured efficiently. Once the wind turbines are built, the energy it produces does not cause any greenhouse gases or any other pollutants. Although the wind turbines are very big, but they take only a small plot of land. This means that the land below it can still be used. This type of case is mainly in the agricultural areas. Many people find that this type of case is mainly in the agricultural areas. Many people find that wind farms an interesting feature of landscape. Remote areas that are not connected to the power grid can use the wind farms to generate their own electricity. Now we will show that how our model works. When these wind blows, the windmill generates some electricity and through the wires it passes through here.
Thank you. Of wind power. The strength of wind is not constant and it varies from 0 to gale force. So it means that
the wind turbines do not produce same amount of electricity all the time. There may be times when they do not produce any electricity at all. Some people feel that the countryside should be left untouched without making these large structures. The landscape should be left in its natural form for everyone to enjoy. These wind turbines are very noisy. Each one can generate the same amount of noise as a car traveling at 70 meters per hour. While seeing these wind turbines, some people feel like unsightly structures and not a pleasant or are not good looking at. These disfigure the countryside and are generally ugly. Large wind farms are needed to provide entire communities with enough electricity. For example, the largest single wind turbine today can give enough electricity to 472 homes while running at full speed. So, how many wind turbines would be needed to give enough electricity to a town of 1 lakh people? Now, my friend Anshuman would carry on further. Thank you.
This video I am talking about the conclusion of our windmill. Wind energy has great potential and easy to manage. As the wind blows, wind turbine can produce energy. Wind energy make up only a tiny percent of electricity. With only one can power over 200 homes. Wind turbine does not create greenhouse gas.
Hello everyone. The theme for this year Nirmaan is STEAM. S for science, T for technology, E for engineering, A for arts and M for mathematics. The topic we chose for our Nirmaan project is drones from technology. I would like to introduce myself and my teammates to you. I am Asan Nitinivare from 6th A and my teammates are Avnish Singh from 6th A, Kanush Bakshi from 6th A, Durva Banerjee from 6th B and Udit Tolani from 6th B.
What are drones? A drone, also known as UAV or unmanned aerial vehicle, is a type of aircraft where human pilot is not on board. A drone can be controlled by a person using a remote control, or it can also be controlled by a computer, which is also known as autopilot. Abraham Karam is regarded as the father of UAV technologies. Why drones are used for? Drones are mainly used for military purposes. They are used in situations where manned flights are risky, dangerous or difficult. Nowadays, drones are useful for many other applications. Drones are used for aerial photography. You might have seen them at marriages. Drones are also used for product deliveries and policing and spying, and also for drone racing.
Is a 3D model of drone. Here we have the battery of the drone and here are the propellers. We can see a motor over here. This is the right hand motors and these are the left hand motors. Below this is the flight controller, which is also called the brain of the drone. Here we have a camera.
Now I will tell you about different types of drones, such as Type 1 single rotor drone, Type 2 multi-rotor drone, Type 3 fixed wing hybrid VTOL and Type 4 fixed wing helicopters.
Friends, you have learned so much about
about drones, I would like to introduce you the uses of drones. So, the first use is reconnaissance. It is a military observation in which the army locates and detects an enemy between them. Second is combat. The drone is provided with attack capabilities and is used for high risk mission. Third, civil and commercial UAVs. It is used in aerial photographies, detail taking, and agriculture. The fourth one is about research and development. It is used for developing the technology of UAV need of drones in agriculture. Do you know that the global demand of food is increasing day by day, but the crop production are being depleted? Because of this, the global companies of drone and robotics have decided to build agriculture drone which will help in making crops in shorter time and would be more convenient than the traditional methods. In Africa, some agriculture drones are being used to make sustainable crops. There are various companies that manufacture drones, but companies such as Yuken, DJI, Ehang and Xiaomi manufacture drones of different types and kinds.
Advantages of drones: environmentally friendly, battery powered rather than fuel energy. Cost effective, can reduce staff costs over time, bringing a ROI. Always operational, they don't need to sleep or take breaks. Improved access, they can get to tricky places much more easily than humans. Reduce risk, letting drones to do dangerous jobs in preferable manner to a manned solution.
Disadvantages of drones: limited capabilities. They can't think or communicate like humans can. Legal limitations. You can't fly them in certain areas. Safety. There are concerns they can distract and frighten endangered people and birds. Training. You need someone skilled to operate them effectively. It's expensive. The initial outlay can be highly dependent on the type you need. Thank you.
Good afternoon, teachers and my dear friends. Me, Ritanshu Martha from 6th roll number 23. Today I am going to talk about the project which is made by me, the metal detector. This metal detector helps in security checking. When this metal detector helps in detecting the metallic objects. This is the sensing coils which helps in detecting the metallic objects. When these coils are kept near the metallic objects, magnetic energy is absorbed and the restriction fails to work. Then the final transistor conducts and the buzzer is activated. So I am going to show the parts of the metal detector. This is the coil, sensing coil, which helps in detecting the metallic objects. This is the circuit board in which all the transistors and the resistors are attached. This is the indicator in which the light is glowing. This is the buzzer in which sound is produced. So I'm going to show demo. Here are the 2 points which are metallic objects. So I'm going to show. You could see that the sound was coming from the buzzer when the sensing coils were coming near the metallic object. Because due to that, because it was the coils were detecting the metallic objects, which could from here it produces the sound. So thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The world of science has always been progressively evolving from the ancient eras. And in the current years, it is swiftly progressing, and daily we get to know about new actualities and innovations, which has become now unexceptional. I am going to exhibit a model of a smart dustbin. Smart dustbin? What is a smart dustbin? Smart dustbin is fundamentally a novel edition of dustbin. It is a normal dustbin affixed with some instruments like Arduino Uno R3, mini gas servo, ultrasonic sensor, 9 volts battery. I'll present you a pic of how wires are arranged, but before we see the arrangement of wires, to make this process possible, we need to give a specific coding for Arduino. Here is a pic of a part of the coding. So this was a part of the coding. Now let's see about the arrangement of wires. This was the arrangement of wires, but it's more significant to comprehend that which devices were linked with the wires and what devices were used to make this project feasible. So, what are the assistances of smart dustbin? Wait, let me express you. The advantages of this creation are the subsequent. First, enhanced environment, i.e. less nasty stenches. Second, no contact to dustbin for the reason that it has automatic lid opening with the usage of Arduino Uno R3, ultrasonic sensors and mini gas servo. Instruments are easy to connect to several sort of trash containers. And last, it is very cost effective. Anyhow, I shouldn't neglect that why I have created this project. Here you go, it's me zooming in. I have crafted this because smart dustbins help us to establish a hygienic, secure, more sterile environment and enhance operational efficiency while reducing management costs, resources and roadside emissions. The smart bin is ideal for busy-bodied locations such as campuses, theme parks, airports, railway stations, shopping malls, etc.
Good morning, friends and my teachers. Today, Nirmaan topic for Nirmaan exhibition rubber band powered boat. My rubber band powered boat is made up of rubber band, eraser, two candy sticks, paint and glue and two caps of bottle, plastic bottle. Now, I will show how it works. It can go from one place to another as it is when I turn the boat wheels as the pressure from wind it goes to one place to another and rubber bands and winds combination can take from one place to another. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Omkar Matre from 6th day. I am going to be explaining how steam engine works by this model. The materials I have used for making this model are a metal can with two plastic tubes attached to it, a lightweight fan and candles for heating purpose. I have attached these plastic tubes in the can for pouring the water inside and letting the steam come out. The candles heat the water inside the can. The steam coming out of the can helps the fan to move. And that's how the steam engine works. When heated, water turns into vapors called steam. Due to this, the volume of the water expands, creating extreme pressure. This pressure pushes the piston connected to the wheels. Thank you.
Hello friends, today I will be telling about my Nirmaan project, bonsai. Bonsai is a technique of growing plants in a container. It originally started from a Chinese practice called pilgrim. A bonsai plant takes at least 5 years to grow if you planted the seeds right now. The techniques of cultivating a bonsai plant then are root eradication, luring, and defoliation. A bonsai plant can help to clear throat problems, faintness, cough, and headaches. A bonsai plant saves soil, fertilizer, and water compared to other trees. Hello, so today I will teach you how to cultivate the plants. First you need to cut the leaves, then you need to cut the shoots. I already cut it. Then you have to put wiring. Then you have to mix both soils. I already did it.
Soil with the cement.
Then you have to put the plant and water it.
थोड़ा सा enough.
And now you have to wait till 1 or 2 days so it will start growing. Thank you.
Good evening. I am Pulastya Chamal from 6th A. My Nirmaan topic is drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is the most efficient water and nutrient delivery system for growing crops. It delivers water and nutrients directly to the plant root zone in the right amount and at the right time, so each plant gets what it needs. Thanks to drip irrigation, and farmers can produce higher fields while saving on the water as well as fertilizers, energy, and even crop protection products. How it works? First, the water is taken from the well to the tank, and the nutrients are added in the tank, and then from the pipes called drip lines feature small unit called as drippers. From the drippers, the nutrients are delivered across the field. Now, why drip irrigation? Why farmers only use drip irrigation? It reduces impact of drought, 100% of land utilization, energy savings, avoid high salinity by fertilizers.
Good morning teachers and my dear friends. I am Nirmaan from class 6th with my fellow group members. We would like to present you our Nirmaan project, which is bowling arena. You all must have heard of bowling. It is a game usually found in home. This game is based on Newton's third law of motion and kinetic energy. Our project is also very important. Now my friend will explain.
Thank you, Nidish. I am Rahul Sharma from class 6A and I will be explaining the materials we have used in the project. They are cardboards, paint tubes, potatoes and yarn. Now my group mate will explain you further.
Thank you, Roman. As Roman explained you the materials used in our project, I, Reza Sharma from class 6E, will be explaining the use of steam in our project. Our main focus was on the term science. Science was used as Newton's third law of motion and kinetic energy. Yes, you heard it right.
I hope you all know about the third law of motion. It states that if an object A exerts pressure on object B, then object B must exert pressure of equal magnitude and opposite direction back on object A. When we push the potato, it exerts its pressure on the paint tubes, making the paint tubes fall. Kinetic energy is the energy an object possesses due to its motion. That means that the energy exerted by a potato when it is pushed is called kinetic energy.
Goddamn right. Everything you do gives me butterflies. I asked you for the time. You goddamn right.
Now we would like to end our project by thanking Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Ma'am and teachers for giving us an opportunity to develop our logical and critical thinking through this Nirmaan project. Thank you all.
Hello teachers and my dear friends. I am Shaurya Rokde from class 6A, roll number 34. As we came to know that Nirmaan exhibition is here, for me I started thinking on which topic I should go for. Thanks for our teachers to give the opportunity for choosing our own topic. I thought project should be less expensive and useful for rural areas, so poor people as well. We know that in many areas there are still electricity not at reach or could use in forest. So I thought, why I can't use my physics brain? Then an idea clicked in my mind that I should make an electricity at least for 1 or 2 bulbs. I could glow without batteries and solar energy. But solar energy could be dropped due to bad weather conditions, so there should be something that no need to be use batteries, no need to recharge it, or no solar energy could be used. So I referred internet to come across brilliant ideas. By using magnetic and mechanical energy, we generated electricity for at least 1 bulb, which poor people could also easily access it. So here I am trying to make a project on it. Friends, please wish me a love. Here are some basic accessories which will be used in our project. So you can see that we have a diagram on the project. So this motor will be just used for the spinning part, but this motor will be used to create the electricity. So there is a wooden there is a wooden platform. Then there are some wooden supports that will help the motor to on the top, and the wires from the motor will go on the motor which will create the electricity. So for creating the electricity, we will need a CD with some small magnet and a big magnet underneath the CD. So and for the spinning part, we will need a empty refill between the shaft of the 2 motors. And after connecting this wire to this motor, we will need another wire to connect it for the electric bulb. Here are some basic accessories that we will need for our project. So here is a hot melting glue gun. Here is a soldering gun. Here is a scissors, some screwdrivers, cutters, 2 Feviquicks, some big magnets and some nickel magnets, some wire, a motor, a DC generator motor, some lights, 2 refills, a CD, a supporting roller,
some big Legos for the wooden support and a wooden platform. So guys, let's move on to make the project. So guys, I have completed my project. So we have made this project. When we spin the wheel, the electricity generated by this motor, which is called the DC generator motor. To help spin the wheel, we use this normal motor. And if we have to if we have to see what is electricity generating, so we have to turn down a light which shows us what the electricity is coming. So we put down the magnets on the disc and on the remote to help attract the magnets to spin the wheel. Thank you for wishing me a luck, for giving and supporting me for this project. Thank you.
Good evening everyone. My name is Shrestha Pujari and today I am going to present a model on hydraulic elevator. This model is made up of cardboard, toothpicks, syringes and plastic pipes. These things are available at any nearby stores. Hydraulic elevator. It is based on Pascal's principle. When external pressure is applied to an enclosed body of fluid, it is transmitted equally in all directions throughout the fluid volume and on the walls of the containing vessel, which make the elevator go up and down. I will show you. The applications are: it is used in automobiles, personal lifts, aircraft systems, transport companies, etc. Thank you.
Hi, I am Tanmay Garg. I had made a water dispenser. This allows the gravity and vacuum pressure to fill the glass with the water when I press the button. Now let's see how it works.